Okay, so 8th graders, this is what we're doing for your math homework tonight. I'm going to do problem number 4 together, and I'll just give you an example. So we're solving for y. So the idea when we're solving for a variable is to isolate the variable. That basically just means put the variable, which is y, by itself. So the way I do that is I'm going to go through the process of trying to get that letter by itself. The first thing I notice is we have our parentheses. Now, I see that there's no number in front of the parentheses to distribute, but I see a negative sign. So what I actually have to do is pretend that there's a 1 there. So it's like a -1. And I'm going to distribute the -1. Boop. Hold on, I got to get to my marker. Distribute the -1, and also distribute that -1 with 20. So I'm going to go first. -1 times 4y is, well, when I multiply anything by -1, it just turns that number into a negative. So it's going to be -4y now. Step 1 completed. Now I'm going to distribute that -1 with our positive 20. Let's see, a -1 times a positive 20. That makes -20. That's a really bad negative. That's okay. So I've effectively distributed that negative number in the parentheses. And now we're going to just bring everything down. Perfect. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put together like terms. And a like term is just anything that has either, if there's a y with it, I add together I put together all of the y's. If there's just numbers by themselves, I put all the numbers together. I'm just going to combine our like terms. So I'm seeing here, there's no other y's on this side of the equal sign, but I do notice that there is a -20 and a positive 19, and I can put these two together. I'm going to think about this like money. I owe -20, or I owe $20, but I was able to pay back 19. That gives me a -1. So I'm going to bring everything down again. -4y minus 1 equals -y plus 17. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I got to get all of the y's to one side of the equal sign and all of the numbers to the other side. Remember, we're isolating that y. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this pesky -1 over, and I'm going to do that by switching our operation. I see a -1 here, so I'm going to turn that into a positive 1. I'm going to cross that out. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. Positive 1. That's an 18. Now I know it seems repetitive, but we're going to bring everything down again. -y plus 18. I've taken care of this 1 over here, so all I have left on this side is -4y. Okay, so I brought all the numbers to the right side of the equation. Now I got to bring this y over to the left side of the equation. Well, I see that it's a -y, so again, I'm going to do the opposite, which is a positive y. We can cross that out. Whatever I do to one side of the equation, I do to the other. So I'm going to add y. Ooh, that got crazy. Undo that. Oh no, I'm going to add y. I think I pressed something a little different. What is this crazy thing I'm doing? I'm going to delete that. Going to add y, round 3. Y's cross out. Boop. Let's see. -4y plus y. Well, it's kind of like saying -4 plus 1. So I owed $4 and then I give 1 back, so I have -3 now. -3y equals 18. Okay, last step. Whenever I have a number next to a variable, like -3 and y, that's telling me that they're being multiplied together. So in order to split them apart, I actually have to do the opposite. So I'm going to divide -3 divided -3y divided by 3. Again, we can cross our -3's out. Whatever I do to one side of the equation, I do to the other. 18 divided by -3. Well, I know that 18 divided by 3 is 6. So 18 divided by a -3 is a -6. So now I've got y equals -6, and that is the answer to my first, or number 4, on our homework tonight. If you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to ask me.